Hello, good morning students and welcome back to another video for the class 9 work and energy chapter. We will continue with the in-text questions, so the revision will also be continued with these questions. Okay. A pair of bullocks exert a force of 140 newtons on a plow. The field being plowed is 15 meters long. How much work is done? Again, a very simple question with a very simple solution. Simple, the work done is equal to force into displacement. All you need to do is multiply force and displacement. So 140 newtons into 15 meters. Okay? Simple multiplication. This will give you the answer 2100 joules. So this much amount of work is done, or it is to be required if 140 newtons is force applied and the length is 15 meters. And once again students, this type of questions are very simple. Okay, no need to lose marks in this. These are asked in multiple choice questions as well. So when you solve them, be careful of the zeros or the decimal point, because in the MCQs the options given are very similar to each other, and the only difference will be from zeros or decimal points. So if you make a mistake in that, then your answer will be wrong and you will choose a wrong option. So be careful of that. Okay? We move on to the next one. Okay students, so this numerical is a little bit complicated. It states that the kinetic energy of an object of mass m moving with velocity 5 meters per second is 25 joules. Now you can see that over here in the unit it is written meter into second to the power -1. Whenever there is a power negative, then it becomes in denominator. So if I write it meter into second raised to -1, if I remove this -1, I have to write meter per second. It's the same thing. Okay. Now moving on is 25 joules. So the velocity is 5 meters per second and its energy is 25 joules. But we don't know the mass. Now the question asked is, what will be its kinetic energy when velocity is 3 times? So what will be its kinetic energy if the velocity is increased 3 times of the original? But first of all, for this, you will have to find the value of mass. Now you cannot just find the kinetic energy and multiply it 3 times. No, because the kinetic energy formula, we know that kinetic energy equals half mv square. So whenever I place the velocity over here, if the velocity is increased 3 times, then its value for square will also be much larger. So I cannot simply multiply the kinetic energy into 3. First I will have to convert the velocity 3 times, then replace it here, and then I can move on. So first of all, let's find the mass of the object. And over here it says that if find the mass, velocity is 5 meters per second and energy is 25. So we just substitute the values. 25 joules equals half. Mass we don't know, and substitute the value of V, that is 5, and square of it. Okay. So the next thing you have is 25 equals half into m into 25. Cross multiplication for 2 and 25 as well. So it becomes 25 into 2, cross multiplication of 2, and 25 cross multiplication, it comes in denominator. So only thing remaining over here is 1 into m. Now 1 into mass is 1 into m is number itself. So over here it becomes mass, just mass. Okay. 25 and 25 get cancelled. So only thing remaining is 2. Therefore 2 is equal to mass, or I can write mass is equal to 2 kilograms. Left hand side equals right hand side. Same. So now we know the mass, and now we need to find the new kinetic energy. Okay? But over here it said that what will be the velocity 3 times. So the new velocity V is equal to 3 times of the initial velocity Vi. That is our 5 meters per second. So I simply multiply 3 into 5 equals 15 meters per second. So the new velocity is 15 meters per second. Now the new kinetic energy equals half mv square. Now we have the mass and now we have the velocity as well. So simply substitute this. Kinetic energy equals half into 2 into 15 square. Simple. 2 and 2 get cancelled, so only thing is remaining is 15 square, and 15 square is 225. 15 square means 15 multiplied by 15, and the square of 15 is 225 joules. So the new kinetic energy will be 225 joules. So a huge difference. If you just multiply 25 joules into 3, it will become 75, which is wrong. So velocity is increasing, not just the whole overall kinetic energy. So this type of numericals can be asked for like 3 marks. Okay. So in this thing you have 2 steps. First, finding the mass, and second, finding the next kinetic energy after converting the velocity. So overall you have 3 steps: finding the mass, changing the velocity, and then finding the new kinetic energy. I hope it is clear to you, students. You can observe the numerical for a second and then we will move on. Okay, students, so I have 4 different definitions for you in this particular question, and all of them are different. What is work done? Define 1 joule of work. What is power? And define 1 watt of power. If this definition is asked or define work done, you cannot write this definition. And if it is asked what is power or define power, you cannot write this definition. Okay, but if this one is asked, then you cannot write this one, so vice versa. All 4 of them are different, and you need to write different answers for all of them if a particular question is asked. So first we start with define 1 joule of work, and for that you will have to understand what is work done. So it is simply that work done is force into displacement, which describes that when a force is applied on an object and displacement happens on that object, then the work is done on that object. Simple. So the definition is, when a force is applied on an object and the displacement happens for that object, then the work is done. Then the work is said to be done on that object. Okay. So simple. You can define that force applied on an object and displacement happens. Then work is done. You don't need to write this definition. This is just for comparison purpose. You can write the definition once I give you the notes. Okay. So this is just for comparison right now. You can write the definition later from the notes. So force applied on an object and displacement happens, then work is done on that object by the applied force. Now compare to that, define 1 joule of work. So the unit of work done is joule. So when 1 joule of work is done. So now we use the help of the formula to define this particular question. 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton into 1 meter. Simple. Okay? Remember this. What is 1 joule of work? So the formula is force into displacement. So 1 Newton into 1 meter. So 1 into 1 is answer 1. So you can write that 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton meter. What does this mean? When you are asked in the form of definition, you are supposed to write that when 1 Newton of force is applied on an object and the displacement of 1 meter happens for that object, then the work done is 1 joule on that object. I repeat once again, this simple definition is that by using the formula of work done, that is force into displacement, we describe 1 joule as when 1 Newton of force is applied on an object. Okay? And after that, the displacement happening is 1 meter. Then 1 joule of work is done. I hope it is clear to you, students. Very simple. I repeat once again. When 1 Newton of force is applied on an object and that object has a displacement of 1 meter displacement of 1 meter, then 1 joule of work is done on that object. I hope it is clear to you, students. Similarly, define 1 watt of power, and for that we will have to understand what is power, and we know the definition. Power is work done or energy consumed in a certain amount of time. This is not division. Work done or energy consumed in a certain amount of time. So we can write that the rate at which the work is done or the rate at which the energy is consumed, or work done or energy consumed in a certain amount of time is known as power. How much work is done in a certain amount of time, or how much energy is consumed in a certain amount of time to do a certain work. So whatever we are doing, whether it is a machine or a person, if certain amount of work is done in a certain amount of time, we can describe its power. Okay? So in simple terms we can write work done or energy consumed in a certain amount of time, or the rate at which the work is done or energy is consumed for a certain amount of time. I hope it is clear to you, students. Similarly, for 1 joule of power, we will use this formula just like we did for 1 joule. Okay, we are going to use the same thing over here. We are going to use the formula. So I can write what is known as 1 watt. So I can write 1 watt is equal to 1 joule of work done or 1 joule of energy consumed in 1 second. Okay, because time is in seconds. So I can write it in the form or describe it from this particular formula. I can say that the power of a machine or an object is 1 watt if 1 joule of work is done by it or 1 joule of energy is consumed by it in 1 second. Or you can write it in the other form. If 1 joule of work is done, in 1 second by an object, then its power is 1 watt. Okay, when its power is 1 watt, 1 joule of work is done in 1 second, then its power is 1 watt. Simple, just using the formula. Similarly, what we did in 1 joule, 1 Newton of force is applied and displacement happens as 1 meter, then the work done is 1 joule. Similarly, if 1 joule of work is done or 1 joule of energy is consumed in 1 second, then the power is 1 watt. I hope it is clear to you, students, the difference between work done and 1 joule of work and power and 1 watt of power. I hope it is clear. This type of questions are really confusing because many a times when this question is asked, students write the definition for work done. And if 1 joule of 1 watt of power is asked, they write the formula for or the difference or the definition for power. They don't understand the difference. Both these things are different. Okay? Confusion between these two is okay, but don't confuse this and this. These are totally different things. Let's move on to the next one.